Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, April 5th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and welcome, everybody. That's so weird. I didn't get a commercial today. Weird. Usually it always does a commercial first. That's good. And I found out I was going back through my last few videos and YouTube changed something. So now they're adding like a bunch of commercials on your video. So I think I figured out how to turn that off, but I got one video and it had like 14 commercials on it. And I said, what in the world? Because I usually just have like 3 about every 15 minutes, but I checked a few of them and they had like 14 or 15 commercials every 2 minutes. And I'm like, that's crazy. So I turned them off, but hopefully you guys haven't seen that happen. But I hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. It is warm here, and I mean summertime warm. It's been like mid 80s this week. It's crazy. And at least there's a breeze blowing, but it's been kind of cloudy. It's cloudy but hot. So it's funny. We're going to have hot again today and tomorrow, and I think Monday. And then a cold front's coming through. It's going to be back to the 50s on Tuesday. So crazy spring weather we've got here. Let me say hello. Hey, Tony. First one on here today. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Beth. Hey, Diane. And we can all thank Diane for today's card. So Diane's in my downline, and she lives here in Chesapeake, too. And she loves to stamp, like all of us. And when she stamps, she always sends me a picture of whatever she's making. So yesterday, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for today's video. And I'm just like looking for ideas. I'm looking through my cards and I'm trying to decide what I want to do. And Diane sends me a picture of this card she just made. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. I said, can I do that one for my video tomorrow? And she's like, of course you can. So I got up, went and made it real quick. And hers is just a little bit different, but basically same idea. And I just loved it. This is one of my favorite stamp sets. So Diane is the creator of this idea. And thank you so much because you saved me some time yesterday, because I tell you, that's the hardest thing for me is coming up with projects that are, original and, different. I try to do things different, and I don't want to copy anybody else that's making videos, so I was like, thank you, thank you. Then she sent me another one later, and I was like, oh, I love that one too. I love all of her cards, though. So thank you, Diane, for this card today. I love it, love it. So if you guys copied this, it is thanks to her. Let me see, where did I stop? Hey, Debbie. Hey, Myra. I think I said Beth and Shirley. Did I say Shirley? Hey, Shirley. Hey, Regina. Yeah, I got Tony. Hey, Robin. Sunny. Sunny? It's cloudy at my house. How do you have sun at your house? Diane's about 15 minutes away from me, so it's cloudy at my house. I don't even see any blue sky. Hey, Gail. Hey, I think it said Tracy. I think I got Tracy. Lori. Marva. Joan. Hey, Joan. Hey, Mario. Hey, Amy. Did I get Reva? I can't remember. There's so many people that have like multiple comments. I'm trying not to duplicate them. Hey, Amy. Hey, Reva. Hey, Lori. I think I already said Lori. Oh, that was a different one. Hey, Tamala. Hey, Hilda. Hey, Nedra. Hey, Terry. Hey, Christine. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Tootsie Bell. Hey, Lo-Ann. Let's see. Hey, Julie. Hey, Laura. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Susan. Oh, now we got a bunch of people on. All of a sudden, we jumped to 100. Wow. Don't forget to do thumbs up if you're watching. Hopefully you love this channel or you wouldn't be here. I know you just watched just to hear me laugh. I had somebody message me yesterday that I hadn't heard from in a long time. And she said, I love watching your videos just to hear you laugh. And I started laughing. It doesn't take much to make me laugh. That's the funny thing. because I laugh at almost everything. So I went to see my mother on Thursday, and I took her a surprise. Her favorite thing is this Ray's frozen custard, which is maybe like 5 minutes from where she's living now at the nursing home. And I walked in, and she wasn't in there. She had gone down to the activities room, and so I got mine. I was sitting there eating it, and I had set hers down on the table. And I'm like, well, dang, what's taking her so long? So I walked down there, and she was picking out word search books, like word find, where you look for the word and you circle it. And so there's an activities room, and they have all these different things you can do. And so they were looking for different things to do. And so she got a word search book. And I thought that was so cute. So she comes back. She was coming back down the hall. So I brought her in there, and I said, I brought you a surprise. And she goes, what is it? And I said, well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. And so we get in there, and I said, surprise. And she saw it, and she goes, oh my gosh, because that's for me. And I said, yes. So I got her this apple pie frozen custard. So it's like vanilla frozen custard, and then they cut a piece of apple pie and put it in there and then blend it up like a blizzard. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I'm sure it's like calorie free too, but that was my dinner on Thursday. You guys know I like ice cream for dinner. But it was so good. And she ate the whole entire thing, which is funny because she does not eat a whole ton. She didn't eat that much. But she ate the whole thing. And she goes, I can't believe I ate all that. And I said, yep, it was so good. But anyway, so that was my excitement. Then I told her some of my jokes. Her and her roommate. Her roommate is Louise. So now everybody calls them Thelma and Louise, even though her name's Millie. But just because they're so funny. Now they both get in their wheelchairs, and because they're not supposed to use a walker unless they have somebody like walking behind them with a wheelchair, just in case they lose their balance or something. So they get in their wheelchair and they do the little Flintstone thing, just like, scooting through the hallway. And they went on a tour the other day to go check out the whole rest of the building. And I guess it's good little exercise for their legs, So they just kind of stopped by some of the rooms, to say hello to other people. And they said they couldn't believe, like, some of the rooms were so messy and had so much junk. And she said they always talk about the two of them because their room is, like, so neat and there's nothing, on the floor or anything. And she said some of the other people are just, like, so messy. But Louise said, don't worry, we'll have this place straightened up in no time. But I told them my jokes, and they thought that was hysterical. So I'll tell you guys, that's not the one I'm doing today, but I've got another cute joke for today. So anyway, this is the card that we're making using the Mixed Floral stamp set and the Mixed Media Floral paper. I love this card. It's a fun fold card. Super, super easy. And I love how the flower matches the paper. So this stamp set, I'm pretty sure is it's online only. And it comes with the dies. So you get the stamp set and the dies. It is photopolymer, which I really like because you can see through it. And makes it easier to stamp, especially if you mess up. And we're going to be coloring it with the Stampin' Blends today. So that's the stamp set. And then I've brought the paper with me. In case you haven't seen this, I've used it like so many times. And this is the gorgeous paper. So this is where the blue comes from. I hated to cut this piece up because I love this. You could just cut it like this and do a card, and all you got to do is put some words here, which I might do one day just to make a bunch of quick and easy cards. And then we've got this piece with the green on the back. This piece is what we're using on this side. And then this piece with the black. This piece, which I think one day I'm going to use this piece and color it really cool. See what happens. And then that is a oh, wait a minute. Is that the same piece? No, it's not. Oh, you know what? That's a different piece. Okay. This is the piece we're using today. It looks almost the same, but this has a blue background and this has a white background, but they're similar. So we're using this one. I think that's it. That's got the black on the back. Okay. So love that paper. And that's Mixed Media Floral. And it is 164638 is the number. 164638. So get that online. I pretty much go online for everything now. I can't find anything in the catalog when I'm looking for stuff and it takes me too long, and I just, if I know the name, I can just type it in and find it in like a second online. I know a lot of you guys hate looking online for stuff and you like the catalog, but ever since like over half the stuff now is online. So, and I was going to do, a lot of you guys asked me to do a retiring thing, you know, like going through the catalog and showing what's retiring, what's staying. But the problem is now we have so much online stuff, and a lot of the current catalog, that they didn't really retire a lot of stuff. They've moved it online. So it's not leaving, it's just moving online. So if you don't see it in the new catalog, don't get upset because it might have moved online. So what I've done, this is how I was cleaning my stuff out. I just pulled out all my stuff, typed in the number on there, and if it pops up and says last chance, it's retiring. If it doesn't, it's not retiring. So that's the best way to do it for me. Oh, Sharon, 7 more weeks of school. Wow. Oh yeah, Amy, it's nice. She's really, I think a big reason, well, she loves the place anyway, but her roommate is so much fun that the two of them together, they're very similar and they have a good time. So I think that makes a big difference. All right, so we do have the new card kit that I did last time. So this is the card kit that you get with a $50 or more order if you use the host code. And this host code is good, I think it's either the 11th or the 12th. Somebody told me the 13th, and then I just saw the 11th, so I don't know. It's somewhere in that area. And then after that date, we will not have host codes anymore. And then this is the gems if your order's over 100. And a lot of you guys have ordered from the last chance list because there's a lot of stuff on sale. So, and stock up on that paper, I'm telling you. So this one is the base. So it's a regular like 8.5 by 5.5. But instead of scoring it in the middle and folding it in half, you're going to score it at 1 1/4 and 5.5. So here's 1 1/4 and 5.5. And that gives you your base like that. And you can do it either way. If you want to do it the other way, you can do that too and put the strip on the left and the bigger piece on the right. It doesn't really matter, whatever you want to do, but make sure you score these really well. And then we've got the inside piece, 5 1/4 by 4, a scrap piece for the flower, and then these are our 2 pieces for the front. So that's all you need. Take a screenshot of that. And we'll get started. And you need some gold thread and some gems too. I forgot to spray this one. Let me spray this real fast. I had my, I've been leaving my spray in here so I don't forget it. Because every time I'm like, oh, I forgot it. These are staying, which is great. But this gold thread is leaving. But you know what? I love this gold thread so much. I'm going to order a whole ton of it. It's not on sale either, but I'm going to order a bunch of it because I love this gold thread. And I'm going to keep using it because I love it. So you guys might want to stock up too. Because that's like one of my favorite ribbons to use now. I'm reading some comments real quick. Diane said something is Carol's moving to Virginia. Tappahannock. Oh, that's not too far. Tappahannock. That's up on the water in the, I think it's called the Northern Neck. I've been there before though. I used to have an aunt that lived not too far from there. All right, so here's what you need. So hopefully you got a screenshot of that. And it's a pretty easy card. We just got a color. So first thing we're going to do is, I think, stamp. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got the boho blue, which I'm really bummed. This is retiring, so the boho blue is leaving. If you love this color like I do, you better order some paper because it's probably going to be sold out soon. All right, so we've got the butterfly for the inside. And this stamp set's retiring. The Sketch Butterflies, which is one of my favorite stamp sets. I'm really bummed. But I think I'm going to keep it because I love it. So that's retiring. And then the birthday, I can't remember which stamp set this is from. We really need Starla on here. I don't know where she's been lately. But she used to always know every single stamp set I was using. She could just look it up like so fast and tell me. So if you know, this stamp set we're using today doesn't have words with it, so I just grabbed one off the table. So that's the inside, and then we're going to do our flowers. Now, you guys might remember, whoops, I just dropped my Stampin' blends on the floor. Hold on. They're rolling off of my table. All right, so you might remember how we made this pad. So it says white, but it's really black. So I need to cross that out somehow with a Sharpie or something. But it's a black pad. So what I did was I took the white craft pad, which comes uninked. So it just comes blank. There's nothing in it, and you get a white refill with it. But what I did was I filled it with the black Memento ink. So now I changed it from a plain ink pad. So there was no ink in there at all. And I put the black Memento, and it makes the best black pad. So it's like the Memento pad, but it's bigger. So here's the Memento. So it's bigger, so you can cover more area. And this one has like a linen top to it, and it's just very hard. And this one actually is like foam, so it gives you a better coverage, I think. So I really love, I can't remember where I saw this, but then I saw it like, once I saw it on one person's video, then I saw it like all over the place. Everybody's doing it now. So we're going to stamp this, and it gives you such a beautiful image and just covers. Look at that. It's so beautiful. If I did them next to each other with the Memento, you'd be like, wow, that's so much better. Because the Memento sometimes is really light and it dries out fast. And but this, I really suggest that you get one of these. So it's the white craft pad, and you fill it with black Memento ink. And then you have, I need to cross that out and put black. But love that. So now we're going to color. So we've got all the stamping done. So we're just going to color. I'm going to put a little scrap piece under here just because I don't want to mess up my new background piece of paper here. All right, let me cut this down smaller. I just want it big enough there. Okay, so see, this piece is really big. So I said a scrap piece, and I said about 5.5 by 2 3/4. But you could probably do 5 inches maybe and cut a little bit off. You don't have to do 5.5, but I did. So I've got a bunch of colors here. So let's start. Let me see. Did I use that? Oh, no. I left my green in the other room. Hold on a minute. I got to go get the green. I forgot it. I was doing something else, and I left it. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm back. I had some more cards I had to finish, and I was using these Stampin' blends. So, okay, so we're going to start with, actually, let's start with the blue. So this blue is, how's it going? I am doing great, Tracy. No Sharpie. Just cut part. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Just take the black, well, just cut part of the black off and put that over the word. That's a good idea. I'll do that. Okay, so this is Boho Blue Light. Now I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape, I can tell you that. So now one tip with the blend, see how sharp that is and how beautiful that looks because it's so nice and new. I don't usually let my customers color with this end because they always want to press real hard. And with the Stampin' Blends, I am barely touching this. I'm like just touching it enough so it gets the color on there, but you do not want to smush it, which is what so many people want to do. I use the side and I just barely touch it. So my markers will stay sharp for a long time unless I let my customers use them and then they get mushed. But you just barely touch the paper and it is totally gonna color it for you. So there's all the blue. So see, that took like 1 second. I'm not using 2 different shades on that, so we're not gonna worry about that. Then I'm gonna do the green. So I've got light and dark granny apple. So I'm gonna start with the light, which is this one, and color the leaves. And again, this one's already getting a little bit mushed because I used it a lot. I used it in class last month. And, oh, almost colored the flower. That would be bad because I didn't bring any extra paper. And I'm going to switch to the thin tip for the stems. So we're going to do that. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but in Virginia, everything is colored in greenish yellow pollen. My car, I was going to go get it washed yesterday, and I said, why bother? Because within an hour, I can clean my windshield off like going somewhere. By the time I get there and park and go in the store and come out, it's covered, totally covered again. It's so disgusting. Like, it's pollen everywhere. All right, so there's all the light granny apple. So we're done with that. Then I'm going to take the dark granny apple, thin one, and just go over some of those just to give it a little bit more depth. And just kind of wherever you want to put some darker shading. And then I said, well, it's not quite as dark as this. So then I took the Old Olive light, no, not Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, sorry. Mossy Meadow, and I just added just a tinge of Mossy Meadow on there, just to give it just a little bit darker color in areas. So, and if you want to go back and blend that in, you can, but you don't need to really. If you want to, we can go back over that and blend it in, but you don't have to. All right, so there's my greens. So now we're going to go to, let me see. Now here's what I did with this thing, because at first I didn't have yellow. And I was like, okay, well, that's yellow, but it's also got a little sprinkling of like petal pink. So I did a little petal pink in here. And see, this tip is already mushed up. But I just colored a little bit of petal pink. That's all we need of that one. I don't know why I have 3 of these. And then I took the, oh, I know why, because I'm using it on the flower too. Sorry, let me get that back out. So then I took the yellow, and this is light lemon lolly. And I went over the whole thing. And so that gives you just a little bit. I think I want a little bit more of just that mix in color. All right, so then what I did was I took, for the flower, I did petal pink first, then I did Flirty Flamingo. No, actually I didn't do petal pink. I just did Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so we are done with that. So Flirty Flamingo light, and we're done with the yellow, I think. Let me see. Okay, now we're done. All right, this is light Flirty Flamingo. And we're just going to go in the flower and color most of the flower with the light. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm I'm just winging this here. But I'm going to color most of the flower with the light. And hopefully not go out of the lines. But I like to leave the tips white. I think that just looks really pretty like that. And so do it almost down to the end. Like that. All right, so that was light Flirty Flamingo. This is dark Flirty Flamingo. And, oh, Diane says we have a big chance of rain on Monday. It rained last night, but my car's covered again this morning. Yeah, Amy, I've been having sneezing fits too. I'll just be sitting there and it's like, whew. You sneeze like 25 times in a row. Let's see. Oh, Tina joined us. And this, yeah, this is an online stamp set. You can tell I'm congested. I took my allergy pill this morning, but now see, this tip is totally messed up. So I might have to just use, no, you know what? The other end is dry. Yeah, other end is totally dry. So we're going to have to just deal with this. So we're going to go down a little bit more. Not all the way, because we want it to be like light and then a little bit darker. But like that. So this tip is totally, I need to get a new one. But I didn't have one. And then this one, go like that. All right, so then we're going to go back. So I was looking at this and I said, well, there's actually more red in here than this. So I went back over with the Poppy Parade. So this is light Poppy Parade. And I just did the top like that. A little bit. And maybe like the top half. And there you go. And then a little bit here. And then I'm going to take the light again, just very, very lightly. Just kind of go over that. Just blend it in. So just blend that. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And it'll dry a little bit lighter, so just let it dry and it'll be good. Love it. Okay, so then we're going to cut this out, and I did bring my little mini die cutting machine. So I've got my mini one. So here we go. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? All right, so we're going to put our first one down, and they do have numbers, so that's number 1. Then you just need one of these, and I have one for the bottom. Here's my die. And so you just want to line it up, and it's easier to do this flat. Hold on. You just line it up right here. And I like to use the Post-it tape to hold it because otherwise it might move. And when you get it situated, put your Post-it tape on there. So I got it in there good. Then we're going to put the other one on top and then run it through. Oops. And it fits just perfect in this little mini one. So there we go. Now I'm all crooked. All right. So that Post-it note, Post-it tape. This is Post-it tape. 1 inch. I got it on Amazon, and the link is below or in the description box. So that just holds it in place for you and does a great job. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Now we're going to put the card together. Now, if you wanted to do some ladybugs, there's some ladybugs on here that are really cute. So this piece goes right here. And we're going to use some green glue. That's almost empty. And that goes on the front. And again, if you want to switch it around and have your thin part on the left, you can do that. Just flip it upside down. And then we're going to put this one on the right. Make sure your flowers are going the right way. But if you want to do it the other way, just do it that way. And put your flowers over here. And it would just be just as beautiful, but it's up to you. So I'm going to do it this way. Just make sure you put the inside the right way. So that's 1 inch right there. That piece. And then we're going to put the inside. All right, this is really almost empty. Put that in the middle. Now you can put any words you want there. I just used happy birthday. I think Diane had happy birthday, but she put it on the front. I just didn't want to cover the flower because I thought the flower looked so pretty. So we're going to put some dimensionals on here, a bunch. See how it kind of bleeds through? It didn't go all the way through, but I didn't want to mess up my paper. I'm going to put a bunch of dimensionals. And you can use foam tape if you like that better. I know a lot of people like the foam tape. And let's get a skinny one. For down here. Okay. There we go. And then pull all these off. Thanks, you guys. Oh, you can change the end of the markers? What? I didn't know that. I just always buy a new one because I figure if the marker tip is bad, probably it's almost out of ink anyway. I don't know. And I don't think you can't refill them, I don't think. All right, so then this goes like right in the middle. Make sure it's straight. And then we're going to put our bow. Now, I did a bow ahead of time, but just in case you guys can't remember how to do a bow, this is how I do it. So you hold some here. This is when you want to do like a double bow. So I've got some in my hand, and then I'm just going to wrap it around. So behind my index, in front of my middle finger, do it one more time, and then we need to cut it. Hopefully I got enough here. All right, so we did, here, I'll start over. All right, so we put it in front of our fingers like this. Go around your index finger in front of your middle, around the index in front of your middle. And when you come back around, you want to take this tail and put it through the whole thing. So it's going to bring it together. And then you want to come back around and put it underneath this one. That's the hardest part. Oops, did I do it? Nope, I didn't. Hold on. You want to get it through that. Okay, there we go. And then you just pull it tight, and there you go. And then you slide it off your fingers, and you've got a perfect little bow. This one's kind of big, but I should have held my fingers together, but I was trying to get you to see what it looked like, because that's a little bit big. So I'm going to use one I did earlier that's a little bit smaller and put that on. When I try to show you guys, I wanted you to be able to see it, so that's why I did it a little bit bigger. But it's really easy once you get the hang of it. I practiced a lot of times until I got it down. And then stick that on a glue dot. And we're just going to put it right up near the top. And there you go. And then I've got some of these dots, adhesive back textured dots. So we're going to, oh, you know what I forgot? I was going to put Wink of Stella on the top. And if you want to, you can put some Wink of Stella on your flower petals just to give it some extra shimmer. We're going to spray it too, but So there's some extra shimmer. I don't know if you can see that, but it's so pretty. And then my dots, let me see. Here's my take your pick tool. I think we need a new piece of goo. Let's see. There we go. Put my glue on. All right, so we've got, I think I used 2 big ones. Let's see. I'll put one here and one up here, and then a little one over here. And then we're going to do a final little spritz. Get some paper. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so there you go. So there's our card for today. Thanks to Diane Eckleberry. Love it. I need to just hire her as my little assistant because she comes up with some great ideas. So hope you love that card. And thanks, Diane, for coming up with it and saving me a bunch of time yesterday. So, all right, you guys ready for, don't forget to do thumbs up if you like it. And we've got a joke and some cards to give away. So let me read some comments real quick. Let me see. Yeah, boho blue. All the in colors from last year. The boho blue and copper, wild wheat, moody mauve, and what was the other one? I can't remember. The last 5 colors from 2 years ago that came out. There was one more. I can't remember what it was. Huh. Yeah, I love boho blue too. I hope they bring it back as a regular color. The gems are the adhesive back textured dots. The number's 163338, and they are not retiring, so they'll be around. And there's some brand new ones that look kind of like them, but they're heavier, that are just coming out soon. So those will be out in May. Oh, Pebble Path. That's right. Pebble Path was the other color. I know. I love this card. Isn't it pretty? All right. So coloring is easy, you guys. It's so easy. I am not a great colorer, but I mean, with these Stampin' blends, it's almost impossible to screw it up. They're so easy to do. All right, let me tell you the joke. So this is a cute joke. This is from Karen England, and this is a cute one. Jacob, I need to tell this to my mother because she would like it. All right, Jacob, age 92, and Rebecca, age 89, are all excited about getting married. They go for a stroll to discuss the wedding, and on the way, they pass a drugstore. Jacob says, "Let's go in." So Jacob addresses the man behind the counter and says, "Are you the owner?" And the pharmacist says, "Yes." Jacob says, "Well, we're about to get married. Do you guys sell heart medication?" The pharmacist says, "Of course we do." And Jacob says, "What about medicine for circulation?" And the pharmacist says, "Sure, all kinds." And Jacob says, "Medicine for rheumatism, scoliosis?" And the pharmacist says, "Yeah, definitely." He goes, "What about Viagra?" And the pharmacist says, "Of course." And Jacob says, "What about medicine for memory problems, arthritis, things like that?" The pharmacist says, "Of course, we have all that." And Jacob goes, "What about vitamins, sleeping pills, Geritol, Parkinson's disease?" And the pharmacist says, "Absolutely." And Jacob says, "Do you sell wheelchairs and walkers too?" And the pharmacist says, "All speeds and sizes." Jacob says to the pharmacist, "Good. We'd like to use your store as our bridal registry." I thought that was cute. So hopefully you enjoyed that joke. Oops, I just messed up the comments. There we go. Uh-oh, Lori says she can't use her mini machine because it stresses her out. What? What do you mean it stresses you out? That's funny. Why does it stress you out? I love the mini machine because I don't have to get up. Yeah, brilliant blue. I love brilliant blue. We had Pacific Point was kind of like brilliant blue. All right, it's time for card giveaway. We have one that was not claimed last time. So that was Judy French. And then we've got, this one wasn't claimed the time before, so it's going back into the drawing. And then, let me see, let me put this one on the bottom. Uh-oh, do I have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got enough. Okay, so here we go. Oops. I picked a bunch of names from the after live part, so I'm going to shake it up really good. Because some people always say, why I can't watch the lives. So I went through the comments after the video and picked some. All right, so winner number 1 is Nina at Ladybird Cards. Nina at Ladybird Cards. That's a good masculine card too. Therese Marquez. I know Therese is on here. Yep. Oops, there's one hanging off. Teresa Foster. I think I saw her too. All right, next one is Debbie Hamilton. Oops. Debbie Hamilton. All right, stir them up. Good. All right, last one is Annie Wagner. All right, so those are the winners for today. So we've got Nina at Ladybird Cards, Therese, Teresa, Debbie, and Annie. You guys won. So congratulations. Let me give you my address. Oops, there's my Stamp Girl 2. That's my email. And then I'll flip it over in a second. Also, we've got addresses. I've got Bill's new address. And there's the other people. So I took a couple people off because they had injuries that I think are better now. So if anybody else has something new they want to be on here for, let me know and I can put your name on the list. So there you go. And then if you want to send me or my mother a card, there's my address. And again, my mother's name is Millie. So there you go. All right, you guys, we are all done. We got done fast today. Well, Diana, the gray plate is when you use the embossing folders. So the gray one is for 3D embossing folders for both machines. So I think you still need the white one though. You need the white and the gray. Hey, Mel. Hey, Elaine. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday and the rest of your weekend. And I'll be back on Tuesday. And I've got class Tuesday morning. I think I have one spot left if anybody wants to come who's local here. And then Thursday's class is full. So I just have one spot on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock if you want to come. And then I've got my other class at the end of the month. I do have room in that one on Tuesday also. So maybe a cut and emboss video is in order. Pearl says a cut and emboss video. Huh. All right, you guys. Have a great week and take care, everybody. Enjoy this weather and try not to get stuck in all that pollen out there. Yuck. I'll see you soon.